That's the east gate of Gwangjang Market right behind me. Now, this is a popular tourist destination. We're not going there today. Hey there, it is a Wednesday afternoon. It's just after noon, in fact, and I'm out for my daily walk, and I've come to Central Seoul, kind of East Central Seoul. This is kind of the fifth block of all the streets here, and I'm going to take you to some of my favorite places today. I've got a restaurant to take you to, a little Korean confectionery shop, and then we're going to walk through one of my favorite areas to walk. And it's cold today, so I'm bundled up. I mean, it's not so bad. It's about -6 or 7 degrees Celsius. Yesterday the high was -8, and it was around that when I came out earlier this morning. But the high today is supposed to be something like 3 or 4 below. So it's a little bit better today, but also it's very, very nice out. The sky is clear, so it's cold and clear instead of cold and gloomy, which is always nice. When I say the fifth block of all the streets, what I mean is right here, this street to my right and left, this is the eastbound traffic, that's the westbound traffic. This is Cheonggyecheon Street, Cheonggye Stream Street, Cheonggyecheon Roll, right? Cheonggyecheon, the stream, is right here behind me and in front of me. But Cheonggyecheon Street has multiple sections, and so do all the streets here. There's Jongno over that way, there's Uljiro and Taegero, and they all have different sections called ga, right? This is Oga, the fifth section. And going that way, you have Saga, fourth, and then, you know, Samga, Iga, Ilga, the third, second, first sections. So that's how you orient yourself on these streets up here. The Oga section of Jongno and Uljiro, you know, it used to be a mystery to me, even the Saga. The young people back in the 90s, if you were in your 20s or 30s, you were hanging out in Jongno, you were at Jongno Samga, and in that direction, more to the east. The Saga and Oga is, all I ever saw here were, like, you know, elderly people, middle-aged people, and when I'm in my 20s, when I was in my 20s, that wasn't a place I wanted to be, so I never came out this way that much. But these days, I come here quite a lot. I just love walking through this part of the city. It's got this older vibe to it, right? It kind of, it feels like the 90s to me, and I'm all about the 90s, right? Gwangjang Market back there is really popular with tourists these days. I guess one of the ladies who has a noodle stall there, she was on a Netflix documentary, and since then it's just boomed in popularity with tourists. So whatever the market used to be, it's not that now. They are totally catering to the tourists. I don't like going there. It is very crowded. And I've seen some videos from Koreans here on YouTube showing how the street food you get here, they're comparing it to the street food you get at other markets, and they're skimping on things here a little bit. Now, I'm not saying don't go there. If you're coming to Korea as a tourist and you want to check it out, please do, go ahead. I think it's worth the experience because it is kind of different from other markets by the very nature of being so popular with the tourists. So yeah, it's a good experience to get. But when I'm walking through Seoul, when I'm walking through the downtown area here anyway, I give a wide berth around Gwangjang Market because it's usually just too crowded. But I do like to come down this street here. Now, you're not going to find any street food here at all, in this part anyway. What you will find here are a lot of shops selling outdoor gear. Now, most of it is off-brand, not name brand. You might find a couple of brand shops, like I guess this is a brand I've never heard of them. I don't know who they are. But yeah, there's just for years, Jongno Oga over there, and this area here has always been home to shops selling outdoor clothing, shoes, jackets, hiking sticks, hiking boots, all that stuff. Koreans love to hike, right? It's been a pastime here for quite a while now. So as we go on, there is another market up here, and this is the west gate, the second west gate of this market. It is called Jongno Shinjin Shijang, Jongno Shinjin Market. And here we start to see some eats. And most of these shops that we see here, the restaurants here, are gopjang shops. Now this one sells dakdoritang and samgyeopsal. Dakdoritang is a kind of a chicken stew, and samgyeopsal is the pork belly, Korean barbecue, but you know, more gopjang. Gopjang is intestines. Gopjang. Gopjang, gopjang. This is all gopjang stuff here. And here's the market proper. Now, I don't know, I can't think of the last time I saw this place busy. Every time I come through here these days, a lot of the stalls are closed. I'm just not a fan of gopjang. Now, if you like the intestines, the gopjang, that's might be interesting for you back there. I can eat it, I have eaten it, it's just not something I would ever choose to eat. But here we get some more options. We've got grilled eel here and some other stuff. And up here, we've got chicken restaurants, Korean barbecue, sundaeguk. This restaurant says it's been here for 40 years. Sundaeguk is the blood sausage soup. Poshintang, that is the, that's dog meat. I don't recommend that. That's going to be illegal here. They just passed a law recently, and they're giving all the restaurants and businesses a grace period of, I think, 3 years. So eventually this should be all gone, that dog meat stuff. This restaurant is, I've heard about it many times. Chicken restaurant. But today, I'm not here for chicken or eel or any of that. I'm here for this stuff. These restaurants here, you see different kinds of fish, some pork. There's a few little places selling this stuff, but the one I'm going to is right there, assuming I can get a table. You used to be able to find little hole-in-the-wall restaurants like this one all over Seoul in just about every neighborhood, you know, residential neighborhoods, commercial neighborhoods, whatever. But they've been disappearing, especially from the residential neighborhoods. Yeah, they're typically small. This one is really on the small side, and it's been here since 1988. They often serve, you know, kind of home recipes, home cooked style meals. And I just love coming to places like this. But these days, really, you can only tend to find them in around markets and busy shopping areas. But they're still around. So one of my goals is to go out and explore more of the neighborhoods that I haven't been to in a while and look for, you know, little hole-in-the-wall restaurants out there that might still exist. But yeah, they are on the endangered species list. But I've only had, this is one of my favorite places. My wife and I discovered it by accident a while back. We were just walking through here and just happened to drop in. And I've been back now a few times, and this is, there's only been 2 things from the menu here that I've tried. One of them is the samchigui, that's the grilled mackerel, I believe. And this one. I love this one. This is 제육볶음. It's a spicy stir-fried pork. And, you know, in my experience, I've eaten 제육. 제육 is pork. Bokum means stir fried. I've eaten 제육 bokum many times over the years. Many times. It's one of my favorite dishes. And in my experience, it's not typically very spicy. Um, I mean, you've got like the red pepper paste I think they put in it, and I don't know how they cook it. I haven't looked at the ingredients, but it's never that spicy. It's fairly tolerable. But here, when you order anything here, they give you the sundubu, and sundubu is kind of a early stage tofu. It hasn't been strained or filtered or whatever they do with it. So this is kind of a tofu soup, basically. And another thing I like about this place is they always put an egg, fried egg, on top of the rice. And the yolk is usually runny. Now, I don't know what it is, but there is something about runny egg yolks and rice that I just absolutely love, especially in combination with spicy food. So anyway, I've got the side dishes here. We've got, I think, some spinach and bean sprouts, and of course cabbage kimchi, and I guess radish, pickled radish. So this is my lunch, and I am going to enjoy this right now. And again, this isn't a mukbang, so you're not going to watch me eat. That's not what I do. So when I finish lunch here, I'm going to take you just a few doors down to a really nice Korean confectionery. See you soon.
People around me walk back and forth between their day-to-day lives, but I don't mind. Storms around me trickle and trump through the midnight sky, but I don't mind. You're gonna have to face it. You're gonna have to let it in, 'cause up against the wall, mountains seem to fall short to me. And after all, buildings seem to fall in threes.
That was really good. Yeah, this place, it's one of those places, it's not the best in the world, but it is immensely satisfying every time I leave there. I mean, they give you just the right amount of food. It's not too little, it's not too much, at least for me. And the quality is good. I mean, it's good. And the price is right. That cost me 8,000 won. Now that we've had our lunch, it's time to go buy some snacks to take home. And this is the place we're going to. It's a Hangwa shop. Hangwa is Korean confectionaries. That's as opposed to Yanggwa, which is Western confectionaries. But yeah, this place, it's called Mat Ponen Now, and it is very good. 이거 강정 맞아요? 육아. 다 육아? 강정 어떤 거예요?
강정 요거.
아.
강정 요거 요 강정.
아.
여기 강정.
Okay. Okay, so they gave me a free sample. Now I've eaten this before. This is not my first time here, but they gave me a sample anyway, so I can show you. Now this stuff, it's nice and crispy on the outside. It's like little Rice Krispies, right? But they're not sweet. Yeah. The sweet stuff is on the inside. It's nice and crispy on the outside, very soft on the inside, and just a little bit sweet, not overly so. I mean, the inside is really puffy, really soft, really nice. So, generally, I'm ambivalent about this kind of thing. I can take it or leave it, and you can find a lot of little places like at intersections on the street you know, people with, you know, street carts, or they'll have bags of stuff spread out around them. They got little trucks or whatever, and you know, those places, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, but this place here, oh my gosh, it is so good. Yeah, so whenever I come down this way, if we don't have any of this at home, I'll pick some up, and I will always stop to eat at that restaurant if I'm hungry. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you're looking for some hangwa, some Korean confectionery snacks, this place right here is the place you want to go to. 감사합니다. 수고하세요. Thank you. They gave me 2 more for free. Service. So score. I got 3 of them. And we're going to get out here and hang a left toward Dongdaemun. All right, we are now at Dongdaemun Square. This is the JW Marriott. Dongdaemun Market is right over there. And the thing that all of this is named for is right over there. Dongdaemun, the Great East Gate. The Dongdaemun is a colloquial name. The real name, I guess, is Hungin-jimun, which means the Gate of Rising Benevolence, apparently. But yeah, everybody refers to it as Dongdaemun. And there was a change a few years back. The Namdaemun is the South Gate, the Great South Gate. Dongdaemun, the Great East Gate. That's what everybody calls them. But a few years back, the government started changing signs to refer to them by their official names, their traditional names. But anyway, we've got to cross over there. So we're going to go down through this underground market, or I should say underground shopping center, this underpass. But actually, I don't know, the last few times I've been down here, this shops down here have all been closed. And okay, today they're open. All right. Not that it matters to me, but yeah, this is the Dongdaemun Underground Shopping Center. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. All right, so they have all kinds of drapes, blankets, stuff like this. Ooh, hanbok. This is cool. All right, we are going out this way. Looks like a traditional wedding. Now, one of the things Dongdaemun Market is known for is shoes. Now, over there, you've got the shopping centers, department stores, whatever you want to call them. But this alleyway here is known for its shoes. I've never been shopping here, never bought shoes here. We're not going that way today. This way is more interesting for me. Now, up through this alley, this leads up to Jongno again. And we're not going that way either. We're going to turn off here in a minute, but through this alley, you can find, a few little shops like this, but there's also some more little hole-in-the-wall restaurants selling different kinds of soup and stews and all kinds of stuff. It's a Chinese restaurant. I know there's another place here somewhere that sells 제육볶음, which we just had. Here's a chicken and beer place. This is an older style one, maybe. Yeah, this place has the 제육볶음 right there. Might have to drop in there one of these days and see what they're like. Anyway, the little alleyways like this, if you're looking for, really nice, home style cooked, hole in the wall restaurants, these are the places to go. There's really nothing on this street in terms of the shops or the businesses here that are of interest to me, at least not in this part. Further on up, there are some shops. We'll see those in a minute. But the reason I like coming in here is the vibe, right? It's just old. It's the old buildings, the old shops, the old shutters on the shops. And if we keep going a little bit more, there's some of those little narrow alleys that everybody loves to walk through, myself included. Okay, so now we are going to duck down one of those alleyways. There's one this way. We're not going. We're going to go this way. Now, if you do visit Seoul, I recommend you find some areas like this and walk around and just see them, because they're not going to be around forever. I mean, obviously, but probably they'll be gone sooner rather than later. And it has been, there's been a lot of redevelopment around Central Seoul, and already little alleyways like this have just, dozens of them, I don't know how many, but they've just vanished, right? Even now, just to our south, over by Uljiro, along Uljiro, the street there are some massive construction projects, massive redevelopment projects where they've demolished all kinds of little buildings like this, the old buildings. I mean, how long have these buildings been here? 50, 60, 70 years, who knows, longer. And they're replacing them with office buildings or tower apartments or whatever else. So who knows how long things like this will be around. And this is one of the reasons why I love coming through these places, because I want to get a good image in my head so that when they are gone, I can at least have some memory of them. More shoe shops. Let's keep going. Okay, the alley comes out. It's on, I think this is called Jibongro, Jibong Street. And it's just outside of Dongmyo Station, Gate 6, which is right there, Dongmyo Station. And that's named for a shrine that's over behind these buildings here. We'll talk about that another day. And we're also right across the street from where they hold the Dongmyo Flea Market. This place can get crazy busy on the weekends. Very, very cheap stuff for sale there. It's interesting to go in and see what you can find. And here, this is it. This is the last favorite place I want to show you today. This is called Jung's Table. It's a banchan shop, Korean side dish shop. And it is very, very, very good. My wife and I have been here more than once to buy some banchan, and I'm not going to go in there today because I'm not going to buy anything. We have a good bit of banchan at home, but there are many places to buy banchan. You can find little shops like this at, little markets around the city, and also sometimes just, in local neighborhoods. But yeah, this place is really, really good. So if you make it over to this area and you want to try some Korean side dishes that you can't make yourself, I recommend it. It's very good. How many times have I said that now? And that does it for this edition of My Favorite Places. I'll have more for you in the future. But if you make it to Seoul and you make it to Jongno, I encourage you to get past the first 3 blocks, get past Jongno Samga, the 3rd section, and get out to Jongno Saga and Oga, the 4th and 5th sections, and wander around those alleyways and back streets just to get a sense of what the vibe is like. And who knows, maybe something will catch your eye. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I hope so. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. But I know I am kind of special in that regard, so who knows. But anyway, as always, Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And thank you for subscribing. And I will see you next time.